What you're about to see is not real news. It is satire based on real news. The characters you're about to see are not real-life humans. They are frighteningly realistic puppets based on real-life humans. The views expressed in the show are not necessarily those of Starsat, its sponsors, its advertisers, or the nice lady that makes the coffee.
We interrupt your normal viewing to bring you this celebration of 38 years of SABC News. Live from Auckland Park, here's your host, Rian Kruiwagen. Yes, hello and welcome. It's me, Rian. Shoo! 38 years of SABC News, and what a wonderful 38 years it's been. So, without further ado, let's take a walk down memory lane. Roll the tape. I have not been possessed by Satan. This machine is called a television. Here is the news. Today in Soweto, thousands of Bantu school children sang and danced to celebrate another year of Afrikaner Christelijk Nationale Education. Let's listen in. My, how vibrant they sing. Botha has been named as South Africa's new state president. Mr. Botha is reportedly a fun-loving liberal who likes pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Here he is with his first lady, Mrs. Tannie Elise Botha. Meanwhile, in other news, Nelson Mandela still doesn't want to be released from prison. After last week's inauguration of President Nelson Mandela, the ANC says that a new golden age has dawned for South Africa. The ANC's national chairman explains.
In 20 years from now, there will be no more corruption, no more police shooting at protesters, no more gagging of the press or secrecy bills in parliament, and no more taxes spent on lavish homes for unaccountable leaders.
Win, and that means another 5 years of our beloved and entirely unchallenged Thabo Mbeki taking the party to new heights and greater unity. Meanwhile, the ANC has confirmed that the so-called arms deal is, and I quote, a racist storm in a teacup. And that is the last thing we're ever going to say about it. I'm Mahendra Raghunath, and this is my...
Hello, I'm a nameless shill, and here's your news. President Zuma has confirmed that the ANC will rule forever. Meanwhile, Thabo Mbeki, who did not officially exist between 2007 and 2013, might exist once again, depending on what the NEC decides. And in related news, the security cluster can confirm that Nkandla does not exist. For more updates on what does or doesn't exist, catch our 10 p.m. bulletin. Good night.
Greetings, comrades, commissars, commanders-in-chief, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, suspected criminals, Oscar winners, Oscar losers, Oscar.
Lot of Oscars this week.
Yeah, hashtags got very confusing on Sunday night. Which Oscars did you watch, Deborah?
The one with the entertainment.
So, Channel 199.
Oh, please, I'm not interested in all that. It's just a watering hole for the media to stand around and feed off ongoing suspects.
Aren't we the media, Deborah?
I don't know about you, Justice, but I'm an investigative journalist, so it's totally different.
So, did you enjoy the Oscars?
Yeah, it was okay. But that host wasn't great. I mean, he didn't even do a song and dance number.
That was Ellen DeGeneres.
You don't say.
Don't you think Jennifer Lawrence looked stunning?
I thought she looked fat and pale. I guess some people find that attractive.
She looks just fine to me.
Women today are so undedicated. Makes me want to throw up my breakfast.
You mean the 5 cups of coffee and 2 digestive biscuits?
It was only 3 cups.
And that should be enough to keep you awake through the news. All eyes and ears continue to be on what is being billed as the trial of the century.
That's right. Oscar Pistorius will be dominating the headlines for some time to come.
The trial got underway this week with the Blade Runner's lawyer, Barry Roux, grilling the very first witness.
Michelle Berger, who lives near Pistorius' house, said that on the night of the murder, she heard a woman screaming, followed by 4 gunshots.
If that's true, it's pretty damning testimony. I guess that's why Roo went out of his way to cast as much doubt as he could. He went so far as to claim that when anxious, his client screamed like a woman.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, that's true. I don't know what happens, but my voice shoots up a bit.
Please don't say shoot. So this witness heard screaming. Are you saying that it was you and not Reva who screamed that night?
Of course it was me. If Reva had screamed, I would have known it was her in the toilet, and I would have stopped shooting.
Don't talk rubbish, Oscar. Good God, what a pack of lies. Did you come up with this all on your own, or was it your lawyer's idea? It's the most ridiculous...
Deborah, you're making me anxious.
Oh, believe me, I'm just getting started. How many times did you scream? Where were you standing when you screamed? Were you on your stumps when you screamed? Did you scream before or after you decided to...
Help! Help! Help!
Jesus! Okay, stop it! God, we believe you.
Wow, is that really how women scream?
Let's do a comparison. Mrs. Ziller,
What is it now?
we need you to do something for us. Oscar's lawyer says he runs like a girl.
Screams like a girl.
Oh, sorry.
We just wanted to hear what a real woman screams like.
Ah!
Oh, good God. Hey.
Let's get a comparison.
Help!
Ah!
Help me!
EFF leader Julius Malema has been acquitted of reckless driving in the Thunderbale Park Magistrates Court.
He was driving recklessly in the court?
No, Justice, he was acquitted in the court. He was driving on the road. Jeez, you people.
What? Black people?
No, television personality people. Anyway, how did Malema get off?
Let's ask him. Mr. Malema, a police car clocked you doing 215 kilometers per hour in a 120 zone. How on earth did you get acquitted?
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. That's how O.J. Simpson got off.
Murder and speeding aren't exactly the same thing, so you deny having driven at that speed.
No, I was definitely speeding. Too much. But my lawyer told the court that the device used by the police to photograph me wasn't in good working order.
And the court bought that?
It is a brilliant defense. I will be using it in my corruption trial in November.
How's that gonna work?
My lawyer will question the accuracy of whatever device the state used to catch me.
Brilliant strategy. Sounds absolutely idiot-proof.
Thank you. I'm nothing if not an idiot.
You heard it here.
So, you know that the 8th of March is International Women's Day, right? No. Yes. So, actually, who are these so-called international women? Maybe they are the women who live overseas. So, does this mean that the International Women's Day doesn't apply to local women? I think if our local women have been overseas and come back, then maybe they are local international women who were previously local but now... No. I don't know. Why do you ask? I'm just worried that these international women, they are actually putting ideas into our local women's heads about having special days. That would just be confusing for our non-international women. I mean, I love women. But when you give them special days, then the next thing, they want to stay single and get jobs. And before you know it, they are clever. No. And if you give them a whole day, soon they will want 2 whole days, and then 3. And where will it all end? This is wrong. What does the ANC Women's League think about it? They think what you tell them to think. Good. Our local women are very lucky to have us to teach them what to think. Very lucky. And thank God that there are 36 and 400 International Men's Days left. No. Thank God.
seats do you think we're going to get in the elections?
All of them.
Asijiki! Viva all the seats! Viva!
We are going to win all the seats and then we are going to nationalize all the seats.
Not just all the seats, but any seats the capitalists are hiding in their cupboards.
They will try to hide their seats under their seats, but we'll find them all.
Chief, it's just...
Hey, stop being defeatist.
I'm not defeatist. It's just, what happens if we don't win all the seats?
Oh, pounds of defeatism, pounds.
Shut up! The commissar is being sensible. A true revolutionary is prepared for all outcomes. Ask your question.
Well, I'm just wondering, what if we only get 2 seats? You will obviously get 1, but then who gets the other one?
Me!
But what about me?
Shut up!
You shut up!
Comrades, we must remain united.
I'm more united than him.
Shut up! I'm way more united than you.
This is not unity.
Tell him, Chief.
Shut up! Eish, let's just hope we get all the seats.
Careerist.
Fat cat.
I can't believe we have to have a Women's Day. It's so depressing.
You don't want rights for women?
Of course I do. It's just that having a day makes it so obvious that we need a day. If we didn't need a day, we'd already have rights.
So you want women's rights, but you don't want a day?
I think all days should be Women's Day. It makes it seem like women are crippled or something.
What are you saying about cripples?
Time to go to commercial. We'll be right back.
Hold up, Mom. Are you still giving your children all natural butter that comes out of the boobs of disgusting smelly cows?
Oh no, I am. What should I be giving them instead? Oh, please help me, Nutritional Industrial Complex.
You should be giving them delicious, all unnatural margarine, made from only the purest grey sludge that oozes out of the back of oil refineries and dyed yellow so that it looks like something edible. Margarine bears no resemblance whatsoever to actual food.
Wow, that sounds so scientific.
It is.
But is it healthy?
Well, it's not endorsed by the Hearty Stroke Foundation for nothing. That endorsement costs serious money.
Wow! Kids, come and get your hydrogenated petroleum byproduct.
Margarine, using big sciencey words you don't understand and poisoning you slowly for over half a century. Margarine, because you and your cardiologist don't know any better.
You know that margarine is basically poison, Justice.
Can't be. My mom fed it to me throughout my childhood, and I just had it for lunch. I feel fine.
Honestly, you might as well drink petrol.
At least I don't put oil on my face and sit in the sun.
I don't do that anymore.
So how come you're that color? It's unnatural.
2 words for you, Justice. Spray tan.
And you're not worried about all those chemicals seeping through your skin and into your bloodstream?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. That's an outrageous claim made by pale, depressed quacks who don't want anyone to be happy.
So you're saying you're happy?
Don't be mad. Of course I'm not happy. But the Zanol helps when I get the dosage right. You should try it.
I think I'll take my chances with the margarine.
At least try switch to butter.
No, margarine is way easier to spread.
So is herpes.
Yuck.
Speaking of bread and butter, time for more news.
Public interest in the Oscar Pistorius murder trial is growing by the day, and social media is abuzz with opinions on whether or not the Paralympian deliberately shot his girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp.
Opinions are like arseholes, Justice. Everybody has one.
That's disgusting.
That's your opinion.
Are you calling me an asshole?
Just get on with the news.
With the first week of the trial wrapped up, we've got some assholes. Look what you made me do now. I beg your pardon. We got some opinions from prominent personalities on the events unfolding in the North Gauteng High Court.
As a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, I would like to see reconciliation between black and white, rich and poor, the living and the dead. You must never take someone else's life. It's okay if you take someone else's wife, like I did, but you must not kill them.
We in the Catholic Church preach forgiveness. I ask you to all open your hearts and forgive Oscar for his trespasses.
even though he shoots those who he thinks are trespassing against him. Would I welcome Oscar into the priesthood? Hell no. But we are all God's children, except maybe Oscar.
Yo, that Oscar be one antsy cracker, man. Putting the cap in that nice white bitch's ass. What up with that? He going down, man. He going down to Chinatown.
If I were still chief of police, Oscar Pistorius wouldn't even be on trial. I would have made him pay in other ways. Oh yes, he would have paid all right, strictly cash, of course, in brown paper bags. These hands are clean, finish and clear.
Oscar. Oscar is a woman's name, like that English homosexual Oscar Wilde. But your Oscar is a man who loves guns. I forgive him. He should not be on trial. If I find somebody from Kiev in my toilet, I also shoot. I must go now. I have horse to ride and Ukrainians to kill.
Ukraine remains on the brink of civil war as Russia continues to pour troops into neighboring Crimea.
This is quite a complicated story, isn't it? I'm not sure I really understand what's going on.
That's our job, Deborah, to explain to people what's going on.
Well, explain it then.
I can't, it's too complicated. Let's rather hear it from the horse's mouth.
Nay, my bro.
The other horse. Mr. Putin, why are your troops in Crimea and are you planning a military coup in Ukraine?
Crimea was part of Russia from 1783. We gave it to Ukraine in 1954. Now we are taking it back. Do not stand in my way. I will crush you.
Forget Crimea for a minute.
Crimea who?
Let's focus on Ukraine. The people have just overthrown their old Russia-loving president. They don't want to be ruled by your country. Why don't you just leave them alone?
Ukrainians are like children. They do not know what they want. They have been naughty. I am their father. I must discipline them.
By invading their country?
It is not invasion. It is extension of Winter Olympics, like cross-country ski event, but with soldiers and tanks.
Oh, come on.
I have a song.
What?
Don't cry me for me, Ukraine. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance.
So, another week, another shitstorm on the Black Sea.
Yep, we've gone straight from Sochi to so much for Ukrainian sovereignty.
So if Putin can invade Crimea to protect Russian citizens there, surely Robert Mugabe could invade South Africa to protect the however million Zimbabweans here.
Nah, that guy's air force is a crop duster and 2 weather balloons.
I read that Zimbabwe has 10 tanks.
Yeah, 10 tanks of diesel, and 7 of them are empty. We've got to take a break, but we'll be right back after these messages.
Unless we're being saved from ourselves by the Russian army.
That seems a bit unlikely.
Yeah, it also seems a bit unlikely that I'd be a major media figure, Justice, but I am. Strange shit happens. Deal with it.
Okay. Don't go away.
Are your brown sedans stalling in the garage? Are you struggling to download the Brownload?
The raccoons on my back porch just won't leave.
With new depth charge, you need never worry about unloading those bum cigars again. Made from weapons-grade lentil curry, depth charge goes to work within seconds, so you can free your chocolate hostages and drop your friends off at the porcelain pool.
Ha! Since trying depth charge, I can punch out a growler just like my friends. Yay!
There you have it. Just 1 spoon of depth charge and you'll be dropping arse goblins and letting slip the dogs of war.
Depth charge, extra strength for when the teens won't leave home.
Welcome back to Puppet Nation, the show where... hold on. Oh, fuck!
What?
It's shit, Justice.
What?
The Russians have landed in South Africa. Paratroopers are all over Gauteng. Troops on the beaches in Cape Town and Durban.
Oh my God.
Tanks pouring across the Beitbridge border crossing.
Very funny.
I'm not joking. They've really invaded.
You had me with the paratroopers and the beaches, but tanks pouring across Beitbridge.
Why not?
Have you ever been to Beitbridge? It takes 4 hours for one car to get through there. If the Russians really were there, they'd still be paying bribes, filling in forms, paying more bribes, filling in more forms.
But I had you there for a bit.
Just a bit.
Yes!
Let's catch up with our latest headlines. The Oscar Pistorius trial continues to attract journalists from around the world.
It's a complete media circus. I'm ashamed to call myself a journalist.
And so you should be.
Shut up, Justice. Media outlets are vying with one another to see who can come up with the latest scoop on Oscar's life.
Sky News got their hands on a video of Pistorius shooting at a target range. In one clip, he's seen blowing away a watermelon.
And uttering the immortal words, "It's a lot softer than brains, but it's like a zombie stopper." How do you feel about that video being shown around the world right now, Oscar?
I felt a bit stupid, to be honest.
I can imagine. What were you thinking?
Oh, I know. Obviously, a watermelon isn't softer than brains. Maybe the inside is. I don't know. But the outside definitely isn't. You know, what I should have said is that it's a lot softer than a skull. Because, you know, a skull is made of bone or something. And a watermelon is made of... I don't know, something like softer. So, yeah, I was a bit mild when I checked that video on Sky News.
You like guns, don't you, Mr. Pistorius?
Guns.
Who are these zombies that you need to stop?
Zombies.
Focus, Mr. Pistorius. Why do you need a gun so powerful that it can kill the living dead?
You believe that shit?
Don't you?
Of course not. I'm white.
Do you guys still need me? I've got a big date tonight.
Yes, of course. You have a new girlfriend. A paramedic, right? I can see how that kind of training might come in handy for a girl on a night out with you.
Or, God forbid, a night in.
But even better than that, she's only 19.
Well, good luck at taking another shot at love.
We hope you miss this time.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
How much longer do you think we can keep milking that joke for?
I think that was it. Let's bury it.
You just can't help yourself, can you? President Zuma continues to come under fire for his decision not to attend a special memorial service for Nelson Mandela in Westminster Abbey.
Instead, Zuma chose to join Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe at his daughter's wedding in Harare. Really, Mr. President, you decided to go to a wedding rather than a memorial service for Madiba?
You must understand one thing, Deborah. As Max said, this is a very, very busy period for me.
Yes, you've been very, very, very busy. Last month, it was your friend Roy Moodley's 60th birthday party at the Durban International Convention Center. The other day, you were on a working visit to your home in Nkandla, and now the wedding. You must be exhausted. How do you manage it all?
It's not easy, Justice. There is only so much one man can do.
So many parties, so little time. You also addressed the Presidential Youth Indaba, whatever the hell that is.
That's right, Deborah. Youth development is a high on our priority list. In fact, over the next 5 years, we want young people to take advantage of the government's 1 trillion rand investment in infrastructure.
That's a lot of money. Where's it all coming from?
How should I know? I'm only the president, Deborah. You people. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go and tell people that good story about everything the government does for them.
You people?
He means you orange people.
And now, please welcome on stage the presenter for our next category, the amazing Tina Fey. Hey, y'all. So, a little joke to start off. How many Democrats does it take to screw in a light bulb? 2. But they've both got to be men because Democrats think it's okay for men to screw in a light bulb. Because they're gay. Because Democrats are pro-gay.
I don't think this is Tina Fey.
You betcha I am, Sugar Booger. I'm just doing my Sarah Palin impression. You look a lot like Sarah Palin. Shh. Grizzly Mama's talking now. We're here tonight to celebrate Hollywood, even though it's run by Jews and gay homosexuals. And tonight we're gonna honor some great movies, even though they're full of premarital sex, godlessness, and gun control. You are Sarah Palin! She's Sarah Palin! Shut up, you commie libtard! So, what's up with 12 Years a Slave? Why are these people always pulling the race card? And that movie Gravity? Oh my lord. Do you women see what's gonna happen to you if you try and have a career? You'll die in space. I refuse to be part of this. I'm sorry, but what would little baby Jesus think of the black Jewish communist fag cabal that's trying to take away my God-given right to condemn fornicators? And what is this country coming to when little children are no longer allowed to carry high-caliber assault weapons?
I'm sorry, Miss Palin. You'll have to come with me. We apologize for this break in transmission. We're working on sedating the problem and sending it back to Alaska as soon as possible.
Shame on you, Hollywood! Shame on you!
Man, that's Sarah Palin. I can't believe she's still got a career in politics.
Did you know that she predicted that Russia would invade Ukraine if Obama won a second term?
For real?
That's what her people are claiming.
Wow. What else did she predict?
Hang on, it's all here. Okay, she predicted that women would get the vote by 2035.
Okay.
And that science would discover a cure for atheism by 2040.
God help us.
That's what she said.
Well, that's our show. We hope you've enjoyed it.
To be fair, we don't really care if they've enjoyed it.
What?
I mean, we're contracted for a full season. We get paid anyway. They could hate us and it wouldn't really matter.
Yeah, but if they like us, then we get a second season.
We hope you've enjoyed the show. I know I've had an amazing time being your host.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
I'm just saying that you could benefit from something, like yoga.
Do you have any idea how boring yoga is?
Tai Chi?
Do I look like Karate Kid?
Qigong?
No, you're just making things up.
I hear TM is pretty good.
What's that?
Transcendental meditation.
I'm not joining some dentist cult, okay? Buried rage and stress. Those are my things. They bring me joy. Now f*** off.